Hello everybody, it's Coach Carrie, and today is a very serious kind of important lesson. A lot of people getting outside every time we go through town. There are more and more people at the reservoir. There was like 3 cars packed up. So I just need to talk to you about snakes today. Here in North Georgia, we have 4 basic snake categories that we need to know about. And if you're watching this video wherever you live, go online. You can go on YouTube probably, Google it, and look at the types of snakes that you need to look out for. But today I'm going to talk to you about the different snakes that we have here, in particular in North Georgia, their habits and what to do if you do get bit. I did see that my girlfriend Mindy's dog just got bit by a copperhead, but it looks like he's going to be okay, thank goodness. I don't know what's going on with your cat. Maybe Mercury's retrograde. I don't know a lot about cats, but that's weird. But here, when people are moving around, I need you to know that snakes and also scorpions and some other little bugs out there, they travel on something, it's a path. So that if you have a lot of snakes in your yard, if you always had them, you will more than likely always have them. Sorry, they travel. It almost looks like a topo map. It looks kind of like a river, the way that these animals travel, and a lot of animals do that. So I can tell you that I've been here my whole life, and I have never seen a scorpion, ever, ever, ever. But about 2 farms down, they have all kinds of scorpions. So a scorpion is another animal like that, where they have these paths that they travel, but I've never seen one. So if you have a lot of copperhead sightings in your home, like around your home, you do have a path, and it may be something where you need to call for some help. You can look online, and there's a lot of things out there. They talk about having, the vinegar spray, but that also keeps away other snakes, so you might actually have to call in a professional to come help you with your path that you have. So the 4 snakes that we need to kind of look out for around here, and more so than color and more so than the shape of the head that we're going to look for with these snakes, is their movements and their characteristics. We do have the rattlesnake, and we have different types of rattlesnakes around here. You can look up, and there's like, the eastern diamondback, we have the pygmies, the rats, there's all different types, and they say don't worry about it, as long as you don't hear the rattle, you're not going to be bit. That's not true. Something really interesting about snakes is they do not have ears, so they cannot hear you. So if you think I'm going to be loud going through the woods, like Coach Carrie's loud all the time, they cannot hear you. They do have an inner ear system that helps them with balance, and they can like feel like a vibration, like something's coming maybe, but as far as hearing you, they cannot hear you like some people don't hear you when you say something over and over again. It's kind of like a snake. So, being loud at a snake or thinking you can like clack some rocks together is not going to work. That snake is not going to hear you. When they have the snake charming, that's actually, the snake is moving not to the music, it's actually moving to the movement of the snake charmer. Kind of interesting. So we do have the rattlesnake. We have the cottonmouth also. I'm going down here to the creek. The cottonmouth, known as the water moccasin, kind of has 2 names here. We do have coral snakes up here, and for a long time I really didn't think that we did. I thought it was more of a warm weather Florida snake. And then I was doing a race in Dawson Forest, and it was kind of a fun race, and I saw one, and I thought that someone had put a plastic one down as a joke, because again, it was kind of like a fun, alien type race. So I went to pick it up. I was going to throw it on my girlfriend behind me, but it was real. How I didn't get bit, I don't know. But only about 1% of snake bites are actually from coral snakes, which is good because they have something called a neurotoxin, and they're actually very, very scary. And I think it's red and yellow, kill a fellow, red and black, friend of Jack. So there's another snake that looks like a coral snake, but if it looks like it could be a coral snake, let's just get away from it. The other snake around here that's probably the most popular among all the snakes that's doing all the biting around here is the copperhead. And a lot of times people mistake the copperhead with rat snakes, corn snakes, with other snakes. snakes are fascinating. They're like, okay, if they have that shovel head, the triangle head, they are venomous. And again, with the spider video, we do not have poisonous snakes in Georgia. Most snakes are not poisonous. They are venomous. There is a difference. So if you're ever on trivia and they ask you that, you just got that right. They are venomous. They have to bite you. They have venom in these glands and they have to actually bite you. A venomous snake can bite you, and about 25% of the time, if they do bite you, they're not going to get any venom in you. So there's a good chance, hey, if you get bit by a snake that is a venomous snake, you might not even get any venom in you. A large majority of people that get bit by snakes are intoxicated when they get bit by venomous snakes. Kind of think about that for a second. Camping trips, hey, look what I just found. Think about it. True. So most snake bites happen on the hands if you're moving things, you're weed eating, and then of course the feet, and then the lower part of the legs. And again, they travel in paths. So if you know that you are in an area where you have seen snakes before, be on extra lookout. They are probably going to be there again. If you get bit by a snake and you do not know what it is, I need you to assume that it is a venomous snake. I do not need anyone going out into the woods trying to capture this snake and saying, hey, you just bit me, I didn't get your name, I need your number, I need your Instagram account, all that stuff. We're not doing that. But if you have your phone and you can get a picture of it, that would be great. But most of the time, if you get to the hospital or you get to the doctor, they're going to be able to tell what type of snake it was, a lot of times because of where you were, what time of day. Temperature has a lot to do with it, and then the type of reaction that you are having. So I don't need us chasing after the snake if we get bit, and then I need you to sit still. And that is probably going to be the hardest thing to do. If you can call 911, wherever you go, if you are hiking, if you are going to be in the woods, always hope for the best, but plan for the worst. So if you're going to be hiking somewhere, I need you to plan, hey, if there's a chance that I get bit by a snake today and I have to call 911, how do I tell them where I am? For example, if you are in town in Dahlonega at the reservoir, you'll see some numbers. Well, those are there in case something ever happens to you. You can say, hey, I just fell. I think I twisted my ankle. If 911 has to come get me, please have them bring the trucks that have their four-wheelers on them and they can come get me. I just passed number 3. So always kind of be aware of where you are outside in case someone has to come and get you. Do not in any way, shape, or form cut the area where you have been bit. A lot of old westerns show where the guy gets the knife out and he's like sucking the venom out with his mouth. The worst possible thing that you can do, and some people have even done more damage this way, where they have a snake bite and then they take their knife and they're actually cutting tendons and they're allowing that venom to get further into their body, and it's a whole lot worse. So again, know the area that you're going to be visiting, know what snakes to look out for. Yeah, and always have a plan ahead of time. If something were to happen to us and where we are going, if it's a snake bite, if somebody falls and, breaks their arm, if they twist an ankle, how do we explain how to get to us? And if you get bit by a snake, I just need you to sit still. And that's going to be very, very hard because it can be very painful depending on the amount of venom that has gotten into you and the way that your body is going to react to it. So I hope that no one ever gets bit by a snake, but somebody probably has that is watching this, because I teach a lot of CPR classes and there's always somebody that seems to have a story or will at some point. So Mindy, I hope your dog makes a full recovery. And again, go online, look at pictures to try and see what these snakes do look like and where they live. And if you see signs that say, this is a venomous snake path, please take it seriously. They're not putting that sign up there just for fun. So I want everybody to have a great time outside and enjoy our wonderful planet. But just be aware of the fact that there are some things out there that aren't trying to attack us. They don't want to, they're not coming for us. It's all in defense. It's just because we've gotten in their way and we have disturbed them. So be safe out there. I love you and have a wonderful day. Give yourself a hug. Bye.